Another side note, and one question we tend to get a lot is Matt, Megan, how long should I be in each phase of training? We're gonna go over the quick benefits of being in there for a certain amount of time. Overall, we've talked about in this program that your body likes to find a set point. Because of that, there's a limited amount of time that you can actually work on a certain training phase and get the progress that you want without hitting plateaus. So for instance, if you're in a strength gaining phase and you're increasing your weight, eventually you're gonna get to this point where it's almost impossible to be able to perform the exercise with an added amount of weight. If you've been doing it for too long, your body usually finds ways in one way or another to get to a set point where it's happy, where it's going to think that this strength training is just the new norm. And because of that, the body doesn't change quite as much as we want to. So after a long period of time, this starts to slow down, especially in a fat loss. Many women see this, that they will go into a fat loss phase and you lose so much weight right off the bat. And then eventually, relatively quickly, you start to slow down in the amount of weight that you're losing and you're starting to plateau. And it's because your body has decided to decrease its own metabolism because you've been taking in so little calories that it eventually just finds a way to burn less calories so that you kind of just, your new maintenance really is however many you're taking in each day. And that will decrease your body's ability to burn more calories and ultimately you'll stop losing weight. This is what we call a plateau. Now these plateaus can occur throughout any phase of training when you're not fully consistent or devoted to your training, or if you've been in that phase for way too long. The usual time period that we recommend is somewhere in the 8 to 12 week range, sometimes even as small as 6. The reason for this is as we push our body into different extremes, our body will react and our body will adapt. And we want to make sure that we're not in there for too long so that our body doesn't have enough time to fully adapt to that change in that cycle. So we love challenges in a 6 weeks phase, and you can stay in that for the 6 weeks. Or if you feel like you're still getting progress and you want to keep working, we highly recommend you push it to 8 weeks. And if you really want to, you can push that phase out to 12 weeks. However, I would warn you against going past this 10 to 12 week barrier because you will start seeing plateaus and you will have a really difficult time being able to get over those humps in the road. And so usually it's a great time to move into a different phase of training so that you can get progress in one other area of your transformation. So that's kind of really what we recommend. That's why we set up the challenges. That's why they're so beautiful, because they're set up for your success and for an amount of time for you to see a lot of success. And then you can kind of take that to the next level, go 8, go 10 weeks if you really want to. And usually we leave enough break in between our challenges that you can go for 12 weeks in between challenges before you switch over into a new phase of training. So once we hit the new challenge and you jump into our next transformation challenge, you will actually be able to, have enough time to complete your last phase of training before you enter a new one. And that's kind of how we roll, and that's how we see the best progress.